move on to the next topic. So
Nigga, sorry.
that's a great segue.
Yo, keep that in, please.
That's a great segue. It's a great segue. So we want to talk about the word, nigger, the N word.
Why you say with the ER, fam?
The nigger, hard R. Yeah, man. Obviously, it's a word with a lot of history. A lot of people, well, I mean, black people use it obviously because we've quote unquote reclaimed it, and people from other races think that it's okay to say, namely the Hispanic communities and the white people when they're feeling frisky.
You say feeling frisky?
When they're feeling frisky. Or when they just don't know any better. So I guess like...
Basically, I was having a conversation with me, and obviously Chris, who's been on the podcast before, and me, I was just having a conversation.
This man's topic, but you don't want to talk about it.
Can you imagine?
Can I talk, guys?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I feel very attacked on this podcast, and I feel like people hear that as well.
Talk, man.
Why does that need to get... See what I'm saying? So it was me, Chris, and we were just having a discussion very recently about non-black people. Because basically, I think it was just to Fat Joe, someone was rapping in the background. And we started talking about non-black people's usage of the N-word.
In hip-hop.
In hip-hop. And white people rapping along. So obviously it was two different conversations, but I feel like we could join it into one about how we personally feel about non-black people's usage in hip-hop. Start with that anyway, we'll get into white people rapping along after. But non-black people's usage of the N-word in hip-hop. So whether it's... Because say someone like 6ix9ine, for example. 6ix9ine uses the N-word more than any black person I've heard from. Like it's literally that's his favorite. That's what he rhymes along with everything. So do we feel away when he says it? Do we feel away when Fat Joe says it? I remember J-Lo got slack for saying it one day, and she literally just said one. She just said it in one.
The Ja Rule song.
Yeah, which is that in Unreal. And I remember she got proper slack for saying the N-word. But it's like Fat Joe, who comes from the same ends, use it left, right, and center.
Yeah,
a big pun. So like, do you guys feel away when these men use it?
I feel away when any non-black person uses the word in hip-hop or outside of hip-hop, man. I kind of feel a bit funny about, black people using it as well. I've been guilty of using the word for sure when I was younger. But I don't know, man, it's a word that I guess they've attempted to, change the meaning of. And, I think black people have attempted to take it back and, kind of reacquire it as our own. That word is that word. But I don't know. It's just a word that means what it means. I guess I can appreciate the fact that there has been an attempt to make it mean something else, which is why a lot of black people do now use it. But that word is always going to be that word, really. It's a bit of a tough one because, like, if we put it in our music, is it fair for us to expect fans that aren't black to not sing along?
First and foremost, no one should say the N-word.
Black people included?
Yes.
Okay.
Because...
So you're just against the word, period?
Yeah, because I don't know how many people know this, but the actual definition of nigger is dead man. That's what slave owners would call us. So really, no one should should use it, myself included. And I know I've used it on this podcast a few times and stuff like that. And, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working. But yeah, no one should say it. Especially non-black people. I mean, I suppose we can give, if we really want to say it, people want to say it, if it's going to exist, then black people should be given that allowance because it was used against us so much. Even if it's like very like counterproductive to use it to other black people, if it's going to exist, it should at least exist within us. Outside of the black race, nah, G, we'll fight.
So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter who you was raised up with.
No.
So say Fat Joe, for example, he was only raised around black people. Maybe.
No.
Where's he from though?
He's from the Bronx. I doubt he was. But I'm just.
He's from Puerto Rico, no?
Yeah.
Being raised around black people doesn't make it okay for you.
I'm just asking.
No, for you. Yeah. But being around black people, and there's loads of different examples of that. Being around them doesn't mean you then have the freedom to say it. Because guess what? Once you leave that neighborhood or once you leave that hood,
you won't say it in front of.
You're not going to say it around other people that you don't know. You don't know how they're going to react.
But Fat Joe does.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Fat Joe does, though.
Situation.
Correct me if I'm wrong. My history might be a little bit tainted or just completely wrong. And like whoever's listening, feel free to like comment and like correct me if I'm wrong as well. But like I'm pretty sure there is black people in Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricans are black.
I thought it
I'm
was
not
Spanish.
mistaken. I think during the slave trade,
I thought it was Spanish.
there were people you were taken and dumped on multiple different islands, Puerto Rico being one of them. So as far as I'm aware, there are black people that are Puerto Rican. So I don't know if the criticism of Fat Joe is fair in that respect.
I thought it was Spanish, personally. I can't.
Puerto Rico is not a Spanish. It's not, I don't think it's a Spanish island.
I wouldn't-
Is he black?
It's Caribbean,
He's not black. He's black by period.
Like,
Niggas speak
Nah.
Spanish.
but it's similar to Brazil though.
I mean, look, like I said, no one should say it, black or otherwise. So,
But if you're not sure,
I get if you have been raised in that culture where people say it and stuff, you're gonna get like conditioned to think that that's okay, but it's not okay. Wherever you look at it.
But you also got to deep the fact that American culture is very different from British culture. So it's popular to use that word in the States. So someone like a Fat Joe, it will be looked at like it's okay for him to say it because of the fact, number one, he's Puerto Rican, and the fact that he grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, which is the Bronx.
but even if
So, it's how we look at it as being Londoners is very different to how they look at it. That word is amongst the Afro-Caribbean people in America. They're cool with using that word. Whereas because us man are a lot more like a bit more liberal here, like we probably not as much.
No, 100%. That's definitely a
saying?
thing. That's definitely a thing. But I always wonder how we got to that. Some people got to that level of comfort, especially non-black people, where they feel like it's okay to say. Whether, okay, fine. If it's their context, if it's like how they grew up, where they grew up, and all that stuff, that must make it okay. And with Americans, it does mean a lot more for them to say nigger because, again, it's their idea of reclaiming it because they were slaves and shit like that. But, like, no.
I don't think it's, I know came up with the topic, but I don't think it's that hard. I think you hit it in the head. Just no. If you're not black, there's no mad science behind it. Chill.
Like, people,
Why would you want to say, I don't get white people that want to say the word. That's my issue.
because they want to be cool.
No, but why is there a need to say the word? Like,
Yeah, but
it's jarring, bro.
are you
Like,
talking about Hispanic people that use the word?
No,
or
I'm talking
just general?
I'm talking about just generally. If you're not black, what's the urge for you now to say the word?
If you're
Especially in London, by the way. In London, there's no. I get America. In London, if you're not black, there's point blank period. There's no need for you to say the word.
Are you now speaking from the perspective of a musician or a fan?
As a fan,
As a fan,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. As a fan, yeah, nah, just no,
no.
But with singing along to songs, though,
It's still no.
do you not have to differentiate between just singing along and saying that word
No.
in an
I got
offensive
a question for
way?
you.
No
I got a
way.
question for
I'm
you.
playing devil's
I got a
advocate.
question
No
for
way.
you. I got a question.
No way.
I got a
Hold
question.
on, before you ask that question, let me speak to this.
Because non-black people, some of them anyway, can easily sing a song with the N-word in it and not sing it. So why is that hard for other people?
But do you think a lot of them see it as a problem?
No, 100%. I definitely think that.
But do you understand why they don't, though? Because in their head, they're just singing along to the song. The song has the word, so I'm just going to sing along.
I think it's part. A lot of people genuinely don't understand. But
A lot of the fuckers just want to use, they just want to use that word, though, innit?
The cynical person in me is thinking, yeah, I know this is wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's the sexiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh,
Yes, it's
like,
cool. It's-
but let me ask you a question.
Oh my God, I just
when
said the
you
word.
not listen to music, when you not listen to music, and say you're listening to, you know what, Peter can attest to this more than anyone else. You know when you listen to R&B,
Yes,
and say it's a female,
yes.
and she says he. How often do you replace that when you're singing along to he?
I don't.
Do you still say he?
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either.
So you don't replace that to she?
Nah.
No, not
just
at all.
checking, just checking.
A lot of man them do, though.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you see how easy it is for, if we're all together, there's been times me and you are singing along and we replace the words to he. I mean to she.
But here's the thing.
My point is, do you see how easily we do that just on the fly? Can you tell me people can't do that with the N-word?
Exactly.
We do that
But they
on
don't
a
want
fly,
to. But they
bro.
don't want to.
Do we replace the word?
Bro, me and you've been together singing along.
Have I replaced the word?
Yes.
Have I?
And me and you been like, brothers.
Have I replaced the
Yes,
word?
bro, me and you've done it together.
What song?
It's been when we gone out, and it's a song that's got, the girl is saying he, and then me and you replace it to she for bands. But we
Okay, for bands. All right, cool.
But
Yeah.
my point is, we've done it without thinking. It's that easy
fine,
for us to do.
fine.
So why can't it's
Especially
that
if
easy
you're
for
like-
white
That's
people-
not the same, though.
Especially if you're like a non-black person who knows the words to a song and knows when the N-word is coming, but you still do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, there's obviously a lot of different examples and different situations depending on the person, but You could 100%, if you wanted to, not say it.
You know when I found out why people can censor themselves around nigger? When I went to go see Jay-Z and Story of OJ came on. That's when I found out they could censor themselves. Because it was me and Omar. I'm 6'3", Omar 6'3". Ask me, did a white person around us say the N-word?
Were you watching?
What?
Were you looking?
You know me.
Were you looking out?
You know me. You know
No,
me.
I definitely would too.
You know me. You know me.
I still do.
Yeah, you know me. How often have me and you been out and it's like, cool.
That's true.
I can't help it. But my point is,
Audience, I can confirm this.
they've censored themselves around me and Omar. So clearly you can do it. It's not rocket science.
But also,
I know
like,
white people don't know lyrics the way we do because for some reason their mechanics work differently.
But it also depends
But, like-
on it also depends on how like advanced you are when it comes to those sort of things. When it comes to race relations, like if you're a white liberal who likes rap music, you're probably not going to say it. If you're like, I don't know, if you're like Bubba Sparks, even though he's calm, but if you're like that way inclined, if you're like country trailer, I'm not going to say trash, but that way inclined, you might find it because it's like. That's all the shit you consume. That's all the shit you listen to and stuff. It's fine because
Now, behind
you
the
don't
scenes-
understand. You don't understand the history. You don't understand like the techiness of saying it because you weren't raised in a certain era. You weren't raised a certain way. So it's very much like so grey as far as shades. Like you don't know someone's experience that's wanting them or not wanting them to say the word.
I mean, let's not be ignorant. White people say it behind the scenes.
Of
If you
course.
say it behind the scenes, you say it behind the scenes. I couldn't give a fuck.
You think all of them?
All of them.
You reckon?
All of them.
I don't know, man.
Well, every single one. We're having a white guest, we can ask him.
Actually, well, yeah.
We're having a white guest, we can ask him. That's my guy.
They
I'm
would
saying,
admit that.
Yo, they would. I don't think. I've asked a white person before in my shop. Like, yo, behind, like, because I'm listening to music.
It
As
depends.
I do in my back office. I'm speaking.
Oh, while singing along to a song, they probably
Yeah,
have.
no, bruv. They're not going around talking to them. I'm like, yo, man, what's going on?
No, so you have to specify.
I'm
sorry.
saying, my
Yeah.
fault. I'm saying, when they're singing along, you're telling me white people behind the scenes, when they're just in their own Jack Jones, they just, let me behave.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like,
And
oh
Chris-
my
and-
God. Oh my God.
And Chris Rock had a
That's how they sound.
famous joke about that as well. He was like, "Yo, just like you can do it, just like get it right, innit?
Yeah, but
Like, don't go too far."
yeah, I remember he had a joke about they've got a time frame when to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, that's cool. But I feel like when you're like, just you should have common sense about the word, man. Just everyday usage, that's not even a question. Like, that's not, if you're a white person, that's not, to me, if you're not black, that's one word I'm trying to stop.
My problem is though, Hispanics especially are very comfortable saying it, and I don't know why.
So are Asians in London?
Really?
Yeah.
Which
Two of each other.
Which Asian?
Pakistani.
Okay.
They're very, with each other, they're mad comfortable using the N-word. Trust me, bro.
I think
That's
Do you know how many-
that's probably just
I've had to tell Bear chill.
that's probably just a lack of education on the word.
No, but my point is that the same way maybe we look at Hispanics over there, Asians are over here.
Fine.
Do you see what I'm saying? To a certain, not like, do you know what I mean? So maybe when they use the word around, they will never use it around us because I've been at work where Bear have tried to use the word and I said circle. But I know around each other, they let that word fly.
So all right,
Maybe more than us.
all right, cool. So obviously we're putting this much scope on the fact that fans that are not black using the word shouldn't use the word. Do these artists then have a responsibility to not use the word as well?
No, because you live your truth.
So if they're living their truth and they're using these words, Fat Joe, Big Pun, whomever, do you not think there's gonna be a
think-
ripple effect on the fans not using the word too?
100%. I think.
You don't think so?
I mean,
I
there
think-
is, but like when they talk about killing someone,
You don't think that's a wild expectation to
No,
have?
I think as sexy as non-black people will find it to say the word, I think black people and rappers find it just as sexy to say the word.
you think so?
100%. It just adds more oomph to the story. I killed a brother next to I killed a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what it sounds more gory.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I get it. Like I agree with you. I feel like there should be more responsibility on the rappers and the people who provide this content.
Would you want your rappers to stop saying it?
Bruv,
It doesn't make or break a verse.
No, I'm
to
just
me.
asking the
make
question.
a
I'm just asking the
break
question.
of
Would you guys? I think you might. If J Cole
Nah,
ran
not
that, when
at
J Cole, when
Not
J
at
Cole
all,
said,
man.
when J Cole said, yeah, half cracker but a nigga too. If he said half cracker but a brother too,
See,
No, I get it. Like,
Do you know? Are you telling
I
me you
get-
don't feel it, though?
No, I get it.
it's
I
that,
get
that
it.
word don't do nothing for me though.
I'm saying
As far as like a rapper putting in his verse,
I feel you, but I don't know, man. Like I generally
No,
don't
I get.
know,
I 100% get you. I feel like you probably lose some kind of oomph to it,
yeah,
but I can live without it.
same.
And it depends on how disposed you are. Like, we're obviously guys who have taken in all kinds of rap, minus nigger. Like, back in the day, man weren't saying nigga too much.
But they'll say,
you know what I'm saying?
clap your hands.
So, But they won't say nigga.
I'd rather take nigga to clap your hands, everybody.
Why?
You just wanted to say clap your hands,
Yeah,
everybody.
he did. He said it twice as well. Fool. Anyway, like we obviously aren't the whole rap audience. If we represented the whole rap audience, then we wouldn't need nigga. Trust me.
I agree with that.
But people come from certain backgrounds and certain situations that probably the use of the N word probably means more to them.
Do you think we're ever going to get in a time where a white rapper uses it?
And what survives?
Yeah.
Nah.
You think?
I mean, Eminem used it and apologized.
I'm saying, do you think they'll ever get a time where a white rapper just confident? Say he came
In
from
the UK or in America?
In the UK, wouldn't
He
survive.
couldn't.
In the UK, wouldn't survive.
couldn't. He
In the
couldn't.
UK, wouldn't
He
survive.
can't.
And I can't remember.
He can't.
But my point is, say in America, if he grew up in Harlem,
Nope.
do you think he could survive?
Nope.
Do any of you man remember Slim Jesus?
Yeah.
No, of course.
Yeah, the Chicago youth.
He never said nigger, but he talked about a life that he never led, where he was clapping guns and he was like, I think he might have been dope dealing and shit like that. People crucified him. So if a new white artist is gonna come out in 2019 and say the word nigger, he will not survive.
But you know Slim Jesus, right?
Yeah, you know Slim Jesus, but at the same time, it's because of the controversy around it.
I'm
But-
saying the only reason why I asked that is because 6ix9ine took everything off the table from me. Do you know what I'm saying?
In what sense?
Like, this guy was a good youth, and then look what he became. So like a white boy saying nigger in about, not saying anytime soon, but in the next 10 years,
Yeah, you say it wouldn't surprise
it
you.
wouldn't shock me. But after 6ix9ine, nothing shocks me now, man. If I told you 10 years ago a rapper like 6ix9ine, you would have looked at me like I'm on drugs. If I broke down everything about Daniel Hernandez.
Oh, it's government.
No, I'm just saying, do you know what I mean though? You would have looked at me like, so like a white guy saying nigger in music in a few 10 years time.
I can't
wouldn't-
see-
With the Instagram now, like with the whole, you pop on Insta now, all of this shit. I saw 2 white girls fighting and fucking 6 black men were in the studio, fam. I think it was, what was
Yeah,
it?
but a song
Catch Me
is-
Outside, Joe. I'm just saying, hey, brothers are moving weird these days in the music industry.
I don't think the people.
know what I mean?
I don't
I
think the
don't-
people around him would allow that. Because you gotta remember, like when you record a song, you gotta go through so many clearances.
Where did you
before
think
it actually
6ix9ine
goes
was
out.
from when you first saw him?
Where did I think he was from?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Did you think it was white or did you think it was Mexican?
Oh, white.
And then when you heard the word nigger, what was you thinking?
There must be something more to this. And I googled him, and I saw the.
Alright, fair enough.
I saw the Hernandez.
So, you know
I was
what?
like, yo,
Because when I first saw him, I thought he was a white boy, and I heard the word nigga, I'm like, wait a minute. And then even then, it's like, he's Mexican, and he's still, he used it, and he got away with it easy. So it's like,
I just have a big problem with Hispanics.
What's the difference?
I just have a big problem with Hispanics using it.
Yeah, but with 6ix9ine using the word and getting away with it, that probably also had to do with who he had behind him.
that's my point. I said, brothers are moving weird. So if
But we
the
made
same,
it-
so if you give another team behind a white guy, and the white guy says it, then what?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We as black people probably made it a lot easier for these non-black people to say it
Definitely made it
Because
easy.
of how much we put it in our music.
because of how much we put in our music, but not even just the music, in real life as well. Maybe not so much in the UK, but in the US, 100%.
We use it a lot here too, though. I realized.
Yeah,
Yeah, I use the word a lot. Well,
Yeah.
I used to. I'll chill down.
100%.
Where does that come from, though?
What?
You using the word a lot.
No, American influence. Nothing else to it. I'm not saying it's a good word because it's not. I'm just saying, yo, nigga could be used in a lot of variants, fam. Like it could be used. Yo, that one word. Yo, you could use that word.
I suppose, but
amazingly, fam.
but the overarching tone of it is negative, no matter how you use it.
No, I can say right now you bang. Say you pull a baddie, like just say you get the buffers going on. Like, yo, man, nigga.
Yeah, but if we're going, fine. But if we're going back to the history of it,
Oh, no, I get what you're saying. I
not.
get what you're saying. But I'm just saying, I feel like.
people think that just because we've replaced the ER with an A, it's okay. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I don't agree with that
I agree
either.
with you. I've tried to stop saying it anyway as much as I was saying it before. But I feel like
Same.
I wouldn't be shocked if
I want to say nigga around you, man.
Yeah.
You bring it out on me.
Do I
Fuck
say
So it's Mohammed's fault.
fucking niggers.
Do I say it a lot?
Huh?
Do I say it a lot?
Yeah, you do, man.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot,
yeah,
a
you
lot,
do.
fam.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I've known you for 3 years. You've probably
Yeah,
said
you do,
that
bro.
a lot more than any of my black friends.
I don't know why that
You
is.
use it the most out of anyone I know.
Because you're from Tottenham, innit?
It's because I'm from Tottenham, man.
You
telling
reckon?
Yeah, go Tottenham right now, man. It's show and nigga, bro. That's all we know.
Fucking niggers.
But like back to my Ralph, fam. Fuck me, fam. But
You are, fam.
yeah, man. I don't know. Like,
Peter with picky head, fam.
yo, we're going clear racism now, fam. I said you
Yo,
can't
do the
pick
fight,
it.
bro.
I said pick your hair, fam. And you know he started picking it.
Oh, that's
No, but legit, I agree, man. We're in a weird space right now where a lot of racists are trying to use the word without Like, just relax, man.
It's
not science. Just be easy, man. Honestly,
don't use it.
Yeah, just relax.
I think
Fat Joe, stop using it.
if we stop using it as
Pause.
much,
Fat Joe, stop using the N-word and any other Hispanic person.
Can I just say, yeah, there's one person that uses the N-word a lot, and even though he's mixed race, yeah, I feel a little weird about it, fam. And that's Logic.
Logic.
But I don't know why.
Logic is white though, man.
He looks more white than anything.
You know what I mean?
But the mad thing is, his dad is black.
No, because I've got a lot of mixed race friends, a lot, and they use the word. It's calm. Chris uses the word. That's my nigga, bruv. But like, there's a few, like,
He looks white though.
That's my point. Logic looks white, so it's like, and then he's dorky. You gotta be kind of cool to use that.
Let's just all avoid that word. How about that?
in an ideal world.
In an ideal world. I'm very idealistic sometimes.
We know what's not going to happen.
But my major issues with Asians in the UK that use the word.
And here's the thing, like,
shut the fuck
once
up.
you're conditioned to do something, it's kind of it's hard to uncondition you. You got to willingly want to unlearn that shit. You got to want to know why that's bad to say. You got to want to stop saying that. A lot of these men don't want to do that for whatever reason, whether that means like credibility, reputation, you know, the sake of having a good time and stuff like that. So even us, like, sometimes we're in the club, we'll say nigga just because it adds to the oomph of the night. You know what I'm saying? So it's very situational, the use of the word. But what needs to be drilled into people a lot more is the fact that this shit is not situational.
No, you're right.
There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of subjugation, there's a lot of fucking everything in that word that people just do not understand. And they will not understand unless they like really dig deep.
No, facts.
Like, people just really need to do their homework on it. Like, I'm saying this like it's gonna happen, but I know it's not.
No, that word will never cease.
Yeah.
And then, let's just be honest, that word will never cease.
And I'm probably a hypocrite. I'd call myself a hypocrite because sometimes it's cool to say it, fam. Sometimes sometimes why Mo is smiling at me crazy. The gums are on show.
You know
Hella
why?
cheesing.
You know why? Because I remember one time, I'm not gonna say it on the podcast.
Oh boy. No, go ahead.
But there was one time, where I don't know if this was like years ago, me and Yemi. I don't know if you remember, me and you were chilling at Concrete and then we used the N word. And the girls just looked at us like, what the fuck? And that's the first time.
Were the girls black?
No, white, bruv. And they just looked at it like, oh my God.
I've changed, guys.
Like, generally, like, we'll just be talking.
And there are still quite a lot of white people that are still quite taken aback when that word is used.
White people are still like,
Yeah.
white people still look at the N word like, which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
They still look at the word like, oh my God.
Yeah, some of them, yeah, for sure.
Like, do you know how many times I've been around and it's me and my peoples, and that's when I realized we used the word a lot. Because I was like,
also you gotta remember there are a lot of people who have never been exposed to that word. So when they hear it, it's like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah, of course, man. Look, we've always got to take people as they are.
didn't we have an incident in New York
Did we?
where we was walking and some white guy was like, oh, I hate the N word.
Oh, yes. It was outside Kingfolk. Shout out to Kingfolk.
No, there was one Kingfolk where he was like, you Molianos. But you remember at the train station, it was me, you, Omar. And there was some white guy and we was talking. And one guy was just like, and it was just the white guy and he was like, oh, I hate the N word. And then me and
yeah.
And then me and you were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, fuck this guy. We just walked away.
But we thought he was overcompensating.
Yeah, and he
Which
was
we need to stop that too, though.
what?
Anytime a white person sides with us and says, yo, I hate that word, we need to not.
Sometimes they
We
overcompensate.
probably should
No, sometimes they
stop
overcompensate.
the questioning.
Sometimes they
much.
overcompensate. Oh my God.
What do you mean overcompensate?
Like, you know when they're like, oh my God, that word is so ugly, man.
They just repeat it and they
Every
go
time I
on
hear that
and
word, I
shit.
want to cry.
Bullshit.
Like, yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Like, in an ideal world, you'd say, oh yeah, that's not cool. We might have a little conversation about it if we
And that's it.
initiate it.
And then you move on.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep repeating, oh yeah, it's a shit word. Like, why do people feel the need to use it? I feel you and I support it, but at the same time, if you keep saying it,
It's our conversation.
if it's like half an hour later and you're still saying the shit, I'm like, fam.
You're overcompensating. Oh my God.
Was he intoxicated then anyway?
Nah, I don't think it was.
I don't think he was, man. He was with his girl.
It was at
Like,
the station,
it
bruv.
was
It was
cool.
early,
Like,
bruv. Because we only caught trains, like, we didn't really catch trains too late, you remember? We were more
Yeah.
time to Uber it. So bruv, like, you know them, oh my God, that word is so ugly, take it out of the dictionary.
is it in the dictionary?
No, but that's how white men sound to me.
Nigga being in the dictionary is wild.
That's crazy, isn't it?
What would the definition be?
Dead man.
I genuinely did not, by the way,
flashy black person.
By the way, I did not know that. Like, I didn't know he meant dead man.
I thought he meant slave.
That's what I thought he meant.
Yeah, dead man.
That's fucking wild, man.
It originates from the river Niger. Just add another G. And it means dead man, yeah.
Yeah, I found out recently what.
And it makes sense if you consider the Middle Passage.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know what I mean? People who, would-be slaves that didn't make the journey will get flown into the river,
Fucking wild. Man.
into the sea. White people, black people, Hispanic people,
Asians.
every other
Especially
people.
Asians.
People.
People, stop using the N-word. It will make life a lot easier for black people. It'll make are you laughing, bro?
Can I just end it?
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
No, I wasn't finished. It'll make life a lot easier for like all people, man, because it means that we're not in awkward situations where you're having to defend yourself saying the N-word, and from a mob of like 50 N-words, wanted to beat you up.
And in the great words of Trinidad James,
Oh boy!
you look at me like that. In the great words of Trinidad James,
Before you say that, no one ever said in the great words of Trinidad James.
Ever.
What I'm gonna say, in the great words of Trinidad James, don't believe me, just watch nigga, nigga, nigga.